Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for participating in my workshop. And it's my pleasure, actually, to have you all in my workshop, Far from Isolation. So my name is Alya Alghanim from Kuwait, and let's get started. Are you ready? Say yes. Okay, so let's go. As a matter of fact, as you have seen on the slide, isolation leads to impact on our daily life in general and affect our productivity and system. Okay, so it's to shift from this silent spot of isolation is vital. To move forward toward your plan and target is crucial. Despite the isolation and being not active, so it's very important to keep yourself active rather than to sit without doing anything, and it leads to disorganization at your home and attack the system inside your home. So this is my proposal in my workshop to keep you active, okay? So isolation leads to impact on our daily life in general and affect our productivity and system, right? So to shift from this silent spot of isolation is important. To move forward toward your plan and target is very crucial, despite the isolation and being not active. So to process the transformation and the transition of shifting from this silent spot, we have to accelerate and move step forward to organization process, to organization status, not disorganized. This is the purpose of my proposal here in my workshop, is never stay without doing anything. You have to do something that keep you move forward, develop your life. And this is my proposal in this workshop. So what are the processes that we need in our life in order to get out of the box, to do something that is useful for you, for everybody, inside your self-organization at home, inside your house? So there are three processes that is leads, in fact, to move you forward, to track your target, to recover the system, to stabilize your outlook is very important, right? So what are these processes? First, you have to know your techniques. Why I have my techniques, right? Each person has their own techniques, and each person have their own technology. Probably you might like the laptop. The other people, they might like what? They might like the mobile or tablet. It depends about the individual, her or himself. This is you have to use it all the time, because really I do believe it does recover our system. It does move us step forward to track our targets, right? So also the third process is tips. We have to write it down. When you have something to do, please and kindly, you have to do something rather than using nothing inside the house and sit without doing anything. So this is the first stage in our system inside our home, how to get out from the house, because it's let you far from isolation. The second thing is to understand yourself more. What is the stage number two? The stage number two is to translate the above aspect of which lead you to organize our system. Okay, so in order to translate the above crucial aspects of which leads to organize our system, we have to inspect the weaknesses that we have to know about the weaknesses. What we are weak in, which type or matters inside our home. What is the thing that we are not ready for, or we have fears, or properly we feel anxious, or properly you don't it's not clear for you. There is plenty of reason beside the income and economic condition and all this stuff. So you have to know yourself, understand yourself. What is the weaknesses, what are the strengths, together with the reason that you need to know. Okay, you need to identify. There is a vital point to maintain and shift from avoid the isolation area. So this is it's like similar to SWOT system, and kindly you can download download it from the Play Store. I will show you in the diagram in the next coming slides how it looks like and how can I make it clear to everyone of the participants in my workshop. This is the first process. This is the first process in which it would let us start up and drive our vehicle far away from isolation. So as you have seen here, ladies and gentlemen, and all the participants who share with me the slides here, my workshop and my session, this is how the techniques. You have to have like a piece of paper in the first practice in my workshop is to write down your technique, your technology, your tips. Okay. This is the first stage to get out from the box. The second stage is, as you can see here in the slide, it shows you the process of moving and shift the second stages. The process of moving to shift from the second stage is to understand yourself, to understand your weaknesses, to understand your strengths, together with the reasons, and identify is to write it down to make it clear. And this is how you develop and shift to organize yourself, ourselves, because staying without activating our system is nothing, move us to self-organization. Okay, so here you can have also free tablets in the Play Store. It's called SWOT, SWOT, which help you to organize your life perspective inside your home and your self-organization to keep you active and increase your complementary. And when you increase your complementary, is you increase your performance and you recover your system, stabilize it, will ease growth in your personal life perspective. So this is the second practice. And we have, as a matter of fact, applying essential ingredients to process the system of being organized. There are essential ingredients that lead to approach the processes of organizing the status of our system, right? What are the ingredients? What I mean, what I want to make it clear for you, what are the ingredients that we need in order to implement and reach our targets? We have to make control, right? So this is the first ingredient number one. We have to control and monitor our proposal, whether task or plan. Okay, whether task and plan. As the second ingredient is the priorities. Priorities is to understand your priority very well, very much. Why? Because there is an urgent and important, and there is important, but they're not urgent. And sometimes when you have plenty of, work or task you have to do during the day, during the week, or through the whole month, some people, they have like a schedule prices, right? But they have to sort these priorities according to their task and plan with an appropriate time, but they should aware about their priorities. Don't mess up when you have to do something, because it's make it difficult, especially when you don't have an appropriate time, like time management. You have to choose the time, which is the third ingredient, that's appropriate for you, not for others. All right. And then you have to write it down, to-do list or checklist, because it's to identify it. When you have applying all these ingredients, it take you to the direction of achievement, no doubt. So when you have applying what's the benefits of applying all these ingredients? To avoid negative icons, to avoid disorganization, because disorganization actually leads to crash our task, and crashing, and this causes, procrastination, delay our mission. The third practice is, as you can see here, the mind map. The mind map here is also, you can download it from the Play Store, and they have also a free templates online with different, shapes. So this is help you how to organize more, and help you how to be active accelerate, development. So here the plan or task, as you can see, you have to monitor and control self-organization for your plan or task with enforcement. The second is you have to mention your priorities, as I have mentioned before about the ingredients, with an appropriate time, because since all the ingredients, the three major ingredients available, take you to the direction of achievement. You see? Shall I repeat what I have said, or it's clear? I do believe it's clear. What I aim for this workshop is to keep you, stay active and to improve your performance, and working during the day with high efficiency with a lot of complementary, because sometimes we slow down, we sit and think more than we do, right? Especially when after Corona crisis and the consequences of semi-retirement as example. Objective. To process the system and shift to reshape and organize area is to draw and set objectives, and these targets is you have to identify. So our objective, when we have mentions objective and we set several objectives, we have to make sure that it's specific and clear. Our targets, it should be clear and specific, accurate, realistic, reflects on the thing that is really with all our, qualification, experience, measurement of money value, termination time, all this. So we have to make sure, distinguish between specific, okay, which is clear and accurate and realistic, and also the measurement. The measurement with time, it should be appropriate with your time, that you can have the the ability to improve yourself during the termination, and also you commit to your time management. Also the measurement of value. As example, when you have made a project, but this project, it costs like the money you spent more than your income. So it should be meet your measurement, because since all the objective is clear and specific with the measurements, the size that fit your entity, self-organization, it's come with positive results. The fourth practice is the spreadsheets. Okay, it show you have to mention your task, your time management, and evaluation. Evaluate your task or plan. How is it? Is it 40%, 50%, 60%, etc.? It depends about you, dear participant. You make your evaluation for assessments. So time management is vital to improve your performance and productivity, and thus to organize and recover our system. It leads to distinguish between task and our daily life, and these tasks would be monitored and under control to fix free empty hours. Okay, so we have to track and follow up our time and monitor our task. Will minimize hours and increase the productivity. Since you have made this, you have less effort, high intensity of performance. Okay, and the result would be with high the assessment and evaluation would be accelerate and increased dramatically, and you will be more active. Procrastination. Actually, procrastination leads to delay our task. Okay, it leads to delay our task. So in fact, procrastination can impact on our performance and lead to crash our task. Consequently, the task would not be implemented and productivity will delay. Thus could cause harm to track our target and achievement. There are several reasons for procrastination and not completing tasks and delaying our missions tasks. So to make it clear, I will show you what are the reasons for procrastination. Why? One of the reasons, probably internal factor, like fears and anxiety, which is emotion, capacity of distraction, avoiding or dislike task, desires not to offend, and overly optimistic to time of assessment. Those are the reason for procrastination, which leads procrastination leads to negative perspective of delaying task and wasting time. I give you example like Corona crisis, when we all sit at home and staying at home properly. It's we waste our time and we delay our task and mission. Some people, they did not complete their work at the office in their government entity or non-government entity. So it was a procrastination. I have made this formula, and for this formula, it's came out with the following results. This chart, it shows you the assessment and evaluation of procrastination and isolation. So using the task box of organizations of personal plan has to convert the task into formula and measurement. So the following is the assessment of the procrastination and isolation. So if there is procrastination or isolation or self-organization at home, what happened? As you can see, the isolation or procrastination increase and reach to 77, from 70% to 77%. Why? Because we waste time. We spend more, maybe from your disposal income, every time you go to the grocery, every time you go to the supermarket or order online things you need at home or you want. I will explain for you what is the difference between virtual demand and actual demand, something we need or we want. So what's our achievement? Only 30% of complementary and staying in the active area. Okay, so procrastination will lead to isolation. As you can see, the percentage here is reached to 70 to 77%. Okay, to compare the relationship between isolation or procrastination and the assessment plan of our task of personal organization, the following represents the time zone of assessment of this organization. So as the blue area is, the active area, 30 to 33% is only the achievement. If there is procrastination, if there is isolation. Okay, what is the orange area? The orange area, which is reached to 70 to 77%, some people, they spend more, they waste their time, and there is delay of task. Okay, so this is the isolation area of procrastination or procrastination. Okay, so I recommend that if you have procrastination in your life and self-organization or you isolation, please, if you live with one single disposal income, only single disposal income, then you have, I advise and encourage people for saving rather than, invest. So you have to save money for about 70%, 3 months during the year, about 90 days, any 3 months during the year, and it depends about you and as an individual, whether he or she. So it depends about how you decided to make up your mind of saving. This is the last slide of my workshop. I try to explain how to avoid, also isolation. To avoid isolation is very crucial to understand the plan and task based on the mobilizing the power of habit and personal organization of tasks. Moreover, demands of personal plan plays vital point to tackle any obstacles might exist during your work and time, and therefore demand of planning and achieving the task is very important. We all need to demand if we have to do something, yes, right? But we have to distinguish, by the way, what is the difference between virtual demand and what is the difference between the actual demand. Okay, the actual demand, something you need it and urgent, you very important, necessary, not accessories. The virtual demand is accessories, something you want but you don't need it. Is very not very important. Okay, is not very important. So as you have seen here, the chart bar in the green area, this is the actual demand, whereas the orange area, which comes with negative outlook, it's the virtual demand, something you want. Because since you live in one single income and you spend more than you save, what's happened? You will have deficit in your budget. Properly, you will delay your task, or there is procrastination, make you more isolated at home, right? So I hope everybody you like my workshop, and all the information proves useful to you. And if you need, please, any question, don't hesitate to send it to me through my email or to my email. And it's my pleasure also to answer you back. Besides, I have sent all this, all these slides or the file forward to your emails. For all the participants who participate in my workshop today, thank you everybody for participating in my workshop. And I hope you enjoy my workshop and see you for the next session. Sooner, I will let you invite everybody who would like to get involved and share with me this data for the next session. Good night, everybody, and thank you for participating. Goodbye.